Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we turn financial filings into plain English, and today's filing is a real head scratcher. I mean, a company that helps you organize your life but then experiences unauthorized access to its systems. It's like a professional organizer with a messy closet. We're diving deep into Dropbox's latest 10K report, their yearly financial checkup, to see what's really going on behind the scenes. So what's the big picture? Dropbox is facing some headwinds. Their growth rate has slowed down and they've even had to reduce their workforce. Plus, they had a security breach that might make users think twice about trusting them with their files. One of the biggest challenges for Dropbox is keeping its current paying users happy and convincing them to stick around. If they don't renew their subscriptions or decide to downgrade, it could really hurt Dropbox's bottom line. It's like trying to keep water in a leaky bucket. And it's not just about keeping existing users. Dropbox also needs to attract new ones and get those free users to upgrade to paid plans. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to keep growing their revenue. Think of it like a store that needs to constantly bring in new customers to stay afloat. Now, about that security breach. Unauthorized access to their systems could lead to a loss of user data and cost the company a lot in legal fees and damages. It's a scary situation when the very thing you're supposed to be protecting is compromised. Dropbox's growth has slowed down and it's a big deal. To deal with that, they need to come up with new plans and product initiatives. If they can't reverse that trend, their growth may continue to decline and they may even start shrinking. Imagine if Dropbox suddenly went down. People wouldn't be able to access their files and it would be a disaster. Any significant disruption or loss of content could seriously damage Dropbox's reputation. It's like a bank losing all its customers' money. The content collaboration market is a crowded space with big players like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. Dropbox needs to keep innovating and competing effectively to stay relevant. It's like a small fish swimming in a sea full of sharks. Technology is always changing and Dropbox needs to keep up. If they don't extend their platform or develop new features, they could fall behind. Think of it like a phone company that refuses to adopt smartphones. Dropbox relies on its platform working seamlessly across different devices and operating systems like Android and iOS. If those systems change or become incompatible, it could cause problems. Economic conditions can have a big impact on Dropbox. If people are struggling financially, they might cut back on discretionary purchases like a Dropbox subscription. Think of it like cutting out your gym membership when money gets tight. If people stop needing or wanting content collaboration solutions, Dropbox could be in trouble. They need to keep showing their value and adapting to changing user demands. Dropbox depends on its key employees. If they leave, it could disrupt operations. They're also operating with a virtual-first workforce and the long-term impact of this model remains uncertain. Unlike many companies, Dropbox doesn't have a big sales team actively pursuing new customers. While that's kept costs down, it might limit their ability to grow. Dropbox might increase expenses in the future, and we may not be able to achieve or maintain profitability in future periods, which is an area of concern. Servicing all their existing debt may require a significant amount of cash. We may not have sufficient cash flow or the ability to raise the funds necessary to satisfy our obligations. Okay, so what does all of this mean for Dropbox? Well, they're in a tough spot. They've got some serious competition, a slowing growth rate, and a whole host of risks they need to manage, including cybersecurity. Their success hinges on adapting to technological changes, retaining existing users, and continuing to innovate in this competitive market. And if their stock price doesn't go up, investors might not be too happy. What are the key risks to watch? Definitely security breaches. Protecting user data is paramount in this climate. Then there's the economy. A downturn could squeeze user spending and slow down Dropbox's growth. While any failure to comply with varying international laws could result in regulatory investigations and enforcement actions, fines, civil and criminal penalties, damages, injunctions, restrictions on our ability to conduct business, or reputational harm. One last thing to note is that Andrew Houston, the CEO, has a lot of voting power, so he basically controls the company. So there you have it, a deeper look into Dropbox's financial situation based on their 10K filing. Make sure to watch out for new developments as a few lawsuits have been filed, if any, that could have a big impact. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more corporate decoding and let me know in the comments which company you'd like me to analyze next.